Dala-dalang mga aso. Nakatakot. Ayun guys, doon, tingnan nyo. May mga naglalakad na may mga malalaking aso doon ba? Oh my God. Sobrang lalaki ng mga aso nila. Basta kayo dyan. Lakad-lakad muna tayo. Ayan yung aso ng isang manang. Maliit naman yung aso nila. Yung aso dyan. Pupunta sana ako dun. Doon ako maglakad sa may puno. Kaya lang, hindi ako makalakad kasi nga, ang laki ng aso. Takot naman ako dun. Hindi ako nakapag-exercise ng Sunday, Monday. Kaya ngayon ako mag-exercise ba. Medyo busy kasi nung weekend. Kaya today lang tayo mag-exercise. Medyo marami nag-exercise ngayon. Maaga-aga akong nagising ngayon, guys. Ayan, tingnan nyo. Musta kayo dyan? Maglakad-lakad tayo kasi Monday na, may trabaho mamaya ba. Kaya ngayon maglakad-lakad muna tayo. Busy kami nung weekend, ang daming ginawa. Kaya hindi rin kami hindi ako nakapaglakad-lakad nung weekend. Kaya sabi ko sa Monday na lang ako mag-exercise. Tsaka mag-walking. Kaya ngayon ako nag-walking, guys. Dapat pupunta ako dun sa sa may puno. Sa may mga puno dun sa tabi ng sa gilid ng apartment. Mas maganda kasi dun Dun yung barefoot walking therapy. Barefoot mud walking therapy ba. Kaya lang, ang lalaki ng mga aso nila. Baka mamaya mangdamba ba. Kaya dito lang tayo maglakad-lakad. Ayan siya guys, tingnan nyo Ang ganda ng niya, 'di ba? May nag-aano dito. Yung manang nakaupo siya dito. Kumusta kayo dyan? Lakad-lakad muna tayo. Hindi ako nakapag-exercise ng weekend Kaya bawiin natin ngayong araw na to. Maaga ako nagising kanina, 5:30 AM. Gising na ako. Tapos nakapagluto na rin ako ng breakfast. Para maaga akong makalabas. So, mga 6:30 AM, nakalabas na ako ba? Para maglakad-lakad. How are you there, guys? Good morning. I woke up today at 5:30 AM because I was really busy during weekend. So I don't have time to exercise. I just stretch at home. And then on Sunday, yesterday, it was my mom-in-law's birthday. So we went to Chungnam province. And we ate Korean eel barbecue with them. And a lot of Korean dishes. And it was really good. Oh, there's a big... Where is it? There's a big dog. Usually during this time, there are a lot of big dogs. And sometimes, it is so tall that Um, the height is up to our waist, actually. So if I saw a dog, a very tall dog, then I try to go to other way, so that I will not, bump with them. I like small dogs, small and cute dogs like Chihuahua, Poodle, but then the other, uh, I don't like it because it's so big. It's really scary. During this time, there are more people who is also exercising. Some are jogging also. I want to go inside the park near the mud walking, barefoot mud walking past, but then there's like I saw 4 or 5 big dogs, so I tried to change my path and go here. Hi Lini. Hi Eliza. Hi Eliza Pierzinowski. Hi. Ah, there's only 2 people. No, actually there are some people here. There's another one. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people in there. And inside maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the 2 men, they have their dogs. Yeah, maybe there are like 6 people inside the park too. But then I saw some of them there with their dogs, and it's really tall and very masculine. So, you know, I'm scared if the dog is really tall and masculine. So I just changed my path now. Usually during this time, lots of dog owners, they try to do walking with their dogs early in the morning. So usually I can go out like 7 a.m. But today I try to wake up very early because during weekends I was not able to do walking. Yesterday evening I was able to walk with my husband and my daughter after my mom-in-law's birthday. But then it's just a quick walk, like maybe just 30 minutes because it was raining yesterday. So today it is sunny, so the weather is really good. So I try, to walk today. Yesterday when I was busy with lots of household chores, so I was also watching Gym Run. I love Gym Run motivational videos because you can actually learn a lot from him. Do you watch him also, guys? Jim Rohn, he was a legendary American entrepreneur, and he's also an author, and also he was a motivational speaker, and they often called him mentor of mentors because He's really good on motivationing, giving motivational speaks to a lot of people, even to businessmen or to high-end profiles. He gave a lot of motivational talk with them. He also pioneered the modern personal development industry, and he directly influenced a lot of speakers like Tony Robbins and Brian Tracy. So he was really a popular motivational speaker. And I love all his videos. You can actually learn a lot from his videos. His teachings actually, it spanned a wide variety of principles that can shape a lot of people or generations of leaders and individuals who are also seeking success. Yeah, average individuals. And his core philosophy. Hi, Juan Carlos Sanchez. How are you? Good morning. Hi, Ichinamen Noel Shinkook. Good morning. So actually, Jim Ron, his core philosophy is he emphasizes that personal growth should always precede professional success. And his defining quote is, if we work hard on our job, then we can make a living. But if we work hard on ourselves, we can make a fortune. So he really focused on developing a good discipline habits to a lot of his listeners, because he thinks that self-discipline and resilience is really important, and it is for betterment of our life, and it can actually improve our mindset if we try to be better first on improving ourselves than just working hard and doing everyday routines. So he really thinks that if we try to improve ourselves every day, then it can make us a fortune. There's a lot of roses in here. Look at that, guys. Yesterday it was drizzling. Not raining actually. Just drizzling. There are some who's still exercising now. So maybe some of them, they are already preparing to go to work. Hi, Alice Pirinowski. And hi, Juan Carlos Sanchez. How are you there, guys? Good morning. I'm actually here outside. Let's try to walk here. This is the barefoot walking mud path, and it's really good here. They try to walk in here barefoot. Also, Jim Ron he is also focusing on personal responsibility. So he heavily advocated for discipline, goal setting, and us taking full responsibility of our life rather than just relying on luck or external circumstances. So sometimes we tend to wait for good luck, and but actually the good luck will not come if we don't do anything about it. That's why he has a lot of teachings about goal setting and being responsible for our life, and trying to improve ourselves. You know, if we have some weaknesses or if we are poor in this side of ourselves, then he really thinks that everyone can improve it, and it is our responsibility to improve ourselves. And I do love his teachings a lot, so I try to watch a lot of his motivational speaks. I think it's really important if we are responsible to ourselves, to our behaviors, our characters, and our decisions, because it will define our future. Where do we want to lead? Or if we want to improve and have a successful life, then it is our responsibility to do what we have to do and have our self-discipline to do everything that we need to. Also, he thinks that financial habits is really important. So he promoted practical financial management, such as 70-30 rule. It actually suggests that allocating after tax income, so 70% for living, and then if you have some money to give, 10% for charity, and then you can put 10% of your money to investment, and then put the 10%, the another 10% for savings. Because sometimes, you know, we tend to spend everything that we have, and then later we want to save. But his rule actually is teaching us, you know, to have better financial habits, how to handle our finances very well, and how to save well also. He actually has a notable legacy because his life is actually like, you know, rags to riches. So from being poor and then being rich, because he has a lot of talent, and he's really talented, and he's very smart, and he spent most of his life doing motivational talk, and he's also an entrepreneur and author. Yeah, motivation, giving motivation to lots of people, even high profiles, and it helps also his career to boom and be successful. He actually began his hosting his seminars in 1963, and he received from there. He's been receiving a lot of awards, and he became the national speaker also, and gained a lot of award for speaking excellence and helping a lot of people. Yeah, giving motivational speaks. I usually watch a lot of gym run uh, motivational videos because it focuses on self-discipline and building your confidence and being resilient, because nowadays we easily get exhausted and we can easily get give up everything, and sometimes we are really lazy and we are just in our survival mode state. We just tend to move, do our daily routine, get up, go to work, eat lunch, and then go home, go to bed, and after that, the same thing the next morning. And he thinks that it is not good because he thinks that every day is a learning process and every day we can improve ourselves. And if we do that, it will give us a lot of fortune in the long run. Actually, there are others prominent motivational speakers like the leading figures are Mel Robbins. I love his podcast. There's Eric Thomas and Robin Sharma. Why I love Mel Robbins? Because she's also focusing on habit building. Building our habits every day and mindset shifts. So from being exhausted, overwhelmed, if you build these good habits every day, then you will have a good shift of your mindset into calm, being resilient, and trying to be more focused. And also overcoming self-doubt. I think this one is also very important because sometimes we tend to always doubt ourselves. I think I cannot do it, and I'm not confident to do this thing. So we tend to just sit back and never do the thing that we should do because we are doubting that we can actually do it. We have our self-doubt. So actually, Mel Robbins, in her podcast, she actually focusing on this, that we need to improve our mindset, that we should not doubt ourselves, and we should believe on our capabilities, our abilities. If we can just change our daily habits into good daily habits. Also, Mel Robbins' core concepts, it is the 5-second rule. to spark immediate action, and we should defeat also a lot of procrastination, self procrastination. Yeah. It is actually best for individuals who are seeking science backed tools, to change their daily behaviors. Sometimes it's really hard to change our daily behaviors because we've been living with these behaviors for a long time, and changing it actually is a challenge to do. But then Mel Robbins actually is giving a lot of motivational talk in her podcast that we can actually do it. Even though we have these behaviors from long time, we can change it slowly if we are eager to make our self or improve ourselves. Especially in our communication skills, sometimes we tend not to communicate what we feel, and we just go on with our lives, and sometimes we tend to not to talk to our loved ones. So I think it is also not good. So if we have some worries, or if we have some sentiments, or if we have some ideas, we can actually talk about it. If we are working in a company, sometimes we have a lot of ideas, but we tend to just keep it to ourselves because we are doubting ourselves that I think my idea will not be good, and maybe other people might not like it. And we are actually always judging ourselves easily. And if we do it, if we judge ourselves, and if we doubt ourselves that we can't do it, then our mindset will shift into a negative state, and we will not be confident anymore to say what is in our mind. How are you there, guys? I hope you have a good Monday today. It is the first day of the week. So we need to prepare our mind and body to start our week positive. Also, there is Eric Thomas. So his focus is work ethic. He focuses on work ethic and relentless pursuit of goals. So goal setting and work ethics. I think it is really important for us to have our own work ethics because in the long run, it will help us into our career and improve a lot on it, whatever we are doing. Because even though we are very intelligent or very smart and you have a lot of good grades when you were studying in college, but then you don't have good work ethics, actually, in the long run, who wants to hire you? Nobody. Nobody wants to hire you. Because they know that, this man or this woman, she has good grades, but her work ethics or his work ethics sucks. Because he or she is always late, and she doesn't spend a lot of time improving his or her work, and just doing the same thing every day. and he didn't finish, or she didn't finish the projects in time, and she keep on doing the same habits, the same work ethics for years. So I think, that will not be really healthy for any company that you're working if we don't improve our work ethics too. So that is the focus of Eric Thomas, developing our goal setting and grit, and also our work ethics. He actually focuses in on transforming pain, because we have a lot of pain in our past. So he focuses on transforming it, transforming the pain into purpose and mental discipline that is actually required to for our success. That is his focus. Because sometimes we tend to limit ourselves, and we tend to believe that, oh, I cannot do it. And we don't push ourselves to actually do our best. And we just tend to just sit back because we think that, oh, I have a lot of pain, I have a lot of stress in my past, and I will not heal on this pain. But then actually we can make a purpose on it, and we can develop good habits into that, and making it a purpose for us to do better the next time around. So I love these motivational speakers actually, Jim Rohn, Eric Thomas, Mel Robbins, because they focuses a lot on self-development, self-discipline, goal setting, improving ourselves. Because if we try to, just work hard, and we tend not to improve ourselves, because that is our key, that is the most important tool for us, is we need to improve ourselves, improve our behaviors, our habits, everyday habits. Sometimes we actually need a high energy push so that we can break through our personal limitations. Sometimes we just need this big push to all of us that, hey, we can actually do it, and try not to have a lot of self-doubts. I actually also watch some of Robin Sharma. So almost the same with Mel Robbins and Jim Rohn. So Robin Sharma also, he focuses on leadership, personal mastery. Same with Jim Rohn, actually, and being productive. So making our day by day routine into a productive setting. So we're not just working actually, we are being productive. So he's actually the main concepts of his motivational speaks is, waking up early and developing personal mastery. We need to master all of our behaviors, our daily habits, and try to improve all of it day by day and be more productive in our daily lives. So he's actually the author of 5 a.m. Club. So he believes that if you wake up early in the morning and try to set a goal and focus on yourself, on the things that you need to do in a day, it will actually help our mind to focus on being more productive. He also has a book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. That is his bestseller. And the 5 a.m. Club. It actually specializes in helping people unlock their full potential and building a legacy. Because most of us, we have a lot of potential and we can actually build a legacy of our own. And we have a lot of things to share, but because we tend to limit ourselves and we didn't improve ourselves, that's actually when the negative thoughts keep on coming. So if you actually watch Jim Rohn, Mel Robbins, Eric Thomas, Robin Sharma, I think it is their podcast and their books are well known and very popular, and it helps a lot of people, average people, entrepreneurs, businessmen, high profile people. They help a lot. And if I have some free time too, I try to watch TED Talks. Actually, the main purpose of TED Talks is they spread a lot of educational and inspiring ideas to global audience. So they have different topics. I like the one that I watched before is how to be mentally strong. And this speaker actually gave her experiences, and she experienced a lot of death, a lot of failure in her life, and it keeps on coming actually. So death after death after death, and failures in her career, and then only the remaining thing that she can do is actually just being strong, just being mentally strong. And I really love her motivational talk, and I learned a lot from it also. Because sometimes if we have a lot of failure in our life, we tend to just give up, and being lazy and we don't want to improve ourselves anymore because we already experienced the failure, the disappointment. So we will develop a lot of self-doubt, and we just want to stay in our house and doesn't want to go out. But actually it is not good at all. So she focuses, that motivational speaker actually, she focuses on having these experiences, that failing a couple of times, and all his loved ones died year by year by year. They keep on dying. All those that are close to her. And then she just keep on crying, and because it keeps on coming, the failures and bad things is keep on happening. And then the tears are not coming anymore. Actually, I think maybe because she has a lot, and it was overwhelming for her already. And that's why she decided that, oh, let's stop it there. It is time for me to get up and, um, accept all this happening. So she accepts all the happenings in her life, and she tried to develop daily habits that can make all her negative thoughts go away. And because of that, she developed a strong mentality, and it helps her a lot, to gain back her life. And now she is actually very popular on giving a lot of speeches on different schools, and even in TED Talks. She actually talks about it in universities or any company, how to develop a strong mentality. So I actually love how she get off and begin her life again, and being motivated that she just need to accept that all these happenings happened to her, and all she can do now is, to keep moving forward. So from then on, I actually try to watch a lot of TED Talks, and I do appreciate all their videos because it focuses a lot on self-development and being mentally strong and everything. Actually, it has a lot of educational talk that can help all the global audience into making their life better. So they actually operates under the model of ideas change everything. So everything actually plays in our mind. So if we can actually change it, then it can change our life, and it can actually change everything. Because our ideas is very important. So that is why TED Talks is really popular, because a lot of global audiences watch their motivational talks, and they offer a lot of good motivational speakers, to help everyone. even the student or the kids or the parents, you know. So if you are a working mom, for example, you are a working mom and you are very exhausted. So, and you need to deal with your angry children. So how do you cope with it and how do you deal with it? So they actually also have those motivational talks in this um, podcast. I think they focuses a lot on giving educational talks to improve everyone. So if we can change our ideas in our mind, then it can change our daily lives and how to, you know, deal with our daily lives also. So that is what the TED Talks main purpose. Actually, their presentation is very short. Sometimes there are long presentations also, but it is actually um, very helpful motivational videos. And it is actually very impact. It gives a lot of impact. Their presentation is short and impactful presentations. Sometimes their talks, the speakers are limited to only like 15 or 18 minutes. And this forces the subject matters to condense complex concepts into clear and engaging narratives. So it should be clear to the audience and it should be also engaging to the listeners. So if you can actually search the YouTube and try to, you know, type TED Talks, you can see a lot of videos there, and it offers a lot of good educational videos for everyone actually. Students, working moms, single dads, those who are striving hard to, you know, get a job, how to develop their careers, and those who are having a lot of difficulties in their finances. Yeah, they have a lot of teachings about it. And if your mentality is very weak and you're always self-doubting, how can we actually help ourselves to develop it? So actually that is TED Talks is free and everyone can have access on it, because you can actually just type it in YouTube and, you know, you can see all their videos there. Anyway, guys, I think my life is really long today, so I just shared with you my favorite motivational speakers that I tried to watch a lot nowadays, and also all the the popular podcast um, podcaster like Mel Robbins. Yeah, If you try to search her in the internet, she has a lot of things to offer for our self-development. Anyway, I think that um, it is also long enough. So I hope that you will have a good Monday today. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you will have a good day today. Bye, guys.